Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is July 18, 2024. All right, so let's go to the chart, see what chart tells us, because we had pretty interesting week, I should say. And here is the S&P 500 daily chart for the second consecutive day. We just got into SMA 20, and also on top of this, a breakout level, which market reacted nicely as we expected. So probably we will see for few days bounce, I should say, probably 2-3 days bounce, but I'm just expecting we can get all the way up to here, which is just above 5600 again. So that 56, let me just tell you exactly what's going to be the number. So I should say we may see maximum level to 5622 to 25. And after that, if we see that portion, I believe we can see another kind of like a sharp sell-off after that, dipping into this important demand area or even lower as well. So this is going to be the area that I'm just looking for at this stage of the game, which is going to be 5400 to 5418. So that's the level that I'm just looking at. It can stretch kind of like a further down to 5200 to 5300, but this is kind of like a question mark right now. It depends on the market, but if market goes back up and show kind of like a forming a lower high, then we can see kind of like this one is kind of like a dumping down to this important trend line. So this is kind of like important trend line since April this year, and we just got back into May. Here's the bottom, and potentially this is going to be the third time that we are going to touch this. And the third time usually is very, very bullish, and it's kind of like I can go to new all-time high or higher high. But I'm not sure about this time, because as I said, the second wave is kind of like a very, very powerful. So we are kind of like at the very, very significant top here for the market, and we can get into consolidation or correction period for few months. So we should just be ready for that one. But I should say short term, we can see a bounce for a few days. Specifically Nasdaq. I'm going to just put Nasdaq into case study just because this is very important, kind of like a leading. So while Nasdaq was leading, all the other indexes lagging in uptrend. So Nasdaq was one of the first one even before S&P got into the all-time high. And this is exactly the zone that we were expecting. We kind of like put this target as well here as like a very conservative one. It didn't reach to this one. So these two boxes actually form very well. I'm sure if you agree that we can just delete this because it doesn't have any value for us as well right now. But I should say we can see a bounce because right now Nasdaq just got into the previous demand area, which initiate this rally. So always this is important. This is nice back test and the bounce back up nicely. Specifically, this is kind of like a trend line that I draw here before. And right now, this is just a reaction. I believe that Nasdaq can go higher to this level, which is going to be somewhere around 20,400 to 20,112. And then we can see some kind of like a sell-off again after that. So if we see a sell-off, I should say a few days, potentially by midweek next week, we can get kind of like a sell signal, another sell signal. So for tomorrow, Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, we can see kind of like an uptick, a shallow uptick. I'm not expecting this uptick is going to go to new all-time high. Potentially, we are going to set for a lower high here. And this lower high can just get back to this area, which is forming a nice head and shoulder at the top, which initiate another sell-off for this trend line, which is coming to my juicy spot, 18,700 to 19,000. So that's the level that I'm just looking for Nasdaq to get down. So we may get back to short position again. We closed all short positions today for QQQ. Fantastic rewards for all subscribers. And we are pretty happy. Even in our free channel, we put Nasdaq sell signal as well. So we just triggered with put option myself today. We closed at the very, very ugly situation the market was, and we are just waiting for another bounce to get back to the short position again, because I think this sell-off is not over. So we may see, as I said, a few days bounce, but sell-off is not over general. Because we just got a good sell-off from Dow Jones. So heavy value names, when we were parabolically going to the upside, Dow hit important box here as I expected. So this is exactly the box that we mentioned before. Even this rally, when it has a broke up, we noticed that this is going to be the area for the reversal, and nicely just reversing down. And right now we are just going to test this broken trend line. We may see a bounce, and then this bounce can follow through with sell-off, and this sell-off can go all the way down to this previous demand area, which is 39,000 to 39,200, 300. So that's the area that I'm looking for Dow Jones. So banking sector, actually they were weak today, and that's why Dow goes down. So gold, it was positive early session, but goes down. It's kind of like a confirming that gold is topped as well. So it can go down. I believe it can go down to 2,370. Even it can go down to this area. So don't be surprised if you see some kind of like a bigger wave to the downside. To this oversold condition, that would be kind of like a weekly oversold, and we will get back to this one. Right now, no position on gold. I have some minor position, but not gold position, just because I believe that they are getting into a sell signal for now. Silver, the same pattern here. So silver, after breakout, it's just going down. It didn't fulfill the first target here. So I believe that the silver is going to go down more, and more. I believe that I can go somewhere around to this area for the first level if it gets there. And the second level is going to be somewhere around here. So this is a very important as well for silver. So we will see. We will see how it goes. But I believe that silver is in kind of like a forming head and shoulder, ascending head and shoulder position for a breakdown to the downside, and it can just go to a significant bottom for the next fantastic buying opportunity. I believe that still precious metals have lots of room to go, but right now we are just waiting on the side to get to the position at the right time. Moving on to crude. Crude just going down today as well. So crude is heading this important trend line here. So let me just show you what trend line I'm referring to. This is the trend line that, that I'm referring to. So right now crude is forming after this breakout. You see that? So this is kind of like the rally that we were expecting. So right now we are just seeing another a trend line here, a small trend line. If it go down, which I believe it can go down, so this is kind of like head and shoulder here, or QM pattern. This is a shoulder left, shoulder right, and here is double right shoulder here. So if we get a follow through, we can get below this. I believe that it cannot go down here to this demand area, or even potentially going lower. I'm not bullish in crude energy stocks specifically, but they did very well last 2 days. We will get to those ones for today as well. Moving on to individual names, so starting with Bitcoin as usual. So Bit just a doji board today, kind of like a reversal confirmation that we just got a peak, and I believe that it can go lower to this area to forming a nice reverse QM pattern. So we're gonna watch that one as well. Ethereum is the next stop at $22 uptick today. Still rejection from the top, but forming a bullish consolidation. This is very strong pattern for Ethereum. Ethereum actually has better pattern compared to crude, if you ask me. So as long as we are above this important area, Ethereum should be bullish. Bond yield just a spike up today, recaptured this trend line. It's broken trend line and recaptured today. I believe that this is going to be just a dead cat bounce prior to the next sell-off. So everyone's talking about potentially Federal Reserve is going to just cut the rate in September, not July, which was at the beginning the plan, but market sentiment changed to July due to lower job expectation and also lower inflation. But again, so it doesn't change anything. The bigger picture is we are at the top of the cycle for yield, and this one can go down. Bond yield just heading down today, 72% bond treasuries at 72 cents to the downside, 7.76% to the downside. VIX is up 10% today. Fantastic move for VIX, getting into $16-ish. So this is kind of like an intermediate top for VIX. VIX can go down as market is just getting higher for a bounce. VIX can go down for a next sell-off phase for the stock market and next spike for VIX. So this is very, very playing very well. DXY just spike up today nicely, good engulfing pattern. So we can see a bounce again to 104, but this is going to be just a bounce, nothing more. The major issue with Dixie is we just broken this trend line, head and shoulder ascending, previous support here. And everything, if you just see, this is going to be a bounce for a next lower low. Magma indicator after sell-off today, we just got a bounce here, which I believe the bounce is coming more and more. Potentially we can get to 1550. Apple just sharp sell-off after ugly session yesterday. So Apple just sell off today 2% as well. And we may see a bounce, so don't get me wrong. Amazon, the same here. So we got lots of supports from lots of good stocks, good quality names. Meta just showed a spike today, 3% up. This is one of the kind of like, you should just name it. One of those handful names actually in the market was positive. Microsoft just got into this broken trend line and nicely rejected to the upside, which is kind of like a bullish signal, at least. I believe that Microsoft, if it goes higher, we can see some kind of like a choppy formation here from Microsoft. If it goes here, I'm going to buy. If it goes here, I'm going to buy, but this is less likely, especially this one is very, very question mark. But we will welcome to lower Microsoft, lower 400. Why not? Google at $3.33 down today. Again, going into lots of support here. The sweet spot is here, 150 to 155. Netflix at $4.42 down. After hours, Netflix is smashed. Look at that. So probably due to earning, which I believe earning was bad for Netflix, and this is coming down as well. So I don't know if earning was bad. So market didn't like it. I don't know about the earning. Tesla just going up today, but look at the candle here. The candle sellers took control, and I believe that if it goes below this 234, that's going to be very ugly. Semiconductor index, they were up today about $1.32 up. So this is going to this important demand area breakout level. It can go lower. This is going to be just a bounce. This broken support is very, very important. I believe that semis are going to form another QM pattern. And then if it goes back to this pivotal point, it can go lower as well. So this is very, very important for SMH. SOX, the same pattern here. So SOX are going up 73% to the upside. Taiwan Semiconductor goes higher as well. So all of them are forming QM pattern, if you ask me. AMD spooked today. Look at that. So AMD just going down. And I believe that AMD is just getting into this important pivot. This is not a demand area, but if it goes down here, so we can see some kind of like, let me just clean this. We can see some kind of like a interest for buying this, but I believe that I'm going to buy lower. So we will see how it goes with AMD, because I think NVIDIA and AMD, they will have more correction down the road, specifically NVIDIA. 2.63% to the upside for NVIDIA. So this is kind of like a fighting to keep this important pivot here. So this pivot is getting weaker and weaker as long as you test it more and more. This one is getting weaker and weaker. So I believe that we're going to see a bounce potential to fill this gap for another sell-off. Texas Instrument, $1.61 up. After hours, it goes higher nicely. Lam Research goes down. This broken actually trend line didn't help. So yesterday was very ugly price action. Today as well. So it goes down 1.56% to the downside, but after hours just jump a bit. So this one can go down to 815. Moving on to XLF, which is the Spider Financials. After overbought condition, we just got a reversal, very nice black crew pattern here. I believe that still they can go lower. Mother of shooting a star here for KBE, so large cap bank ETF. They can go all the way down to 40. 59. KRE 55, I believe they can easily get down to 59, 51 to 52 very, very easily. So they can just going down very nicely. JP Morgan 3% to the downside, one black crude pattern at the top. It can have a follow through tomorrow. Goldman Sachs $15.97 down. Bank of America 97 cents down. Wells Fargo just getting back to the downside, $1.67 down. So all in all, I should say banks are weak, overbought, overstretched, and they are waiting for more correction. I'm waiting for more correction as well. So GDX, gold miner, they just hold up very well. It's interesting. Market goes down dramatically, but miners are okay for now. GDXJ actually 93 cents down. AEM hold up pretty well. Look at that. So Newmont as well here. So we may see some kind of like a correction. So that's why I'm bullish in general in gold miners as well. And Franco Nevada, this one goes down as well, $1.37 down. Gold Barrick going down 34 cents down, and also all the other names. Moving on to XLE, which is Energy Spider. It's just going up, but I believe that the gas is gonna run out. So sooner or later, they're gonna get back to the bear side. XOP going down 72%, 72 cents. OIH, after parabolic move, we just got a confirmation today for a reversal. Exxon as well, so pretty good momentum actually. It goes to this important, so we may see kind of like a pullback to 115 area. Chevron, pretty good surge, but coming back down as well, so 74 cents down. Up today, after hours, it just gained a bit again, but I believe that they're kind of like a running out of gas sooner or later, and we will see how it goes. All right, I believe I covered everything. Tomorrow is going to be Friday, very important for a market. Weekly candle is going to be closed, and we will cover weekly analysis tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening, folks. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.